The following high-definition broadcast is an exclusive presentation of WKYC Channel 3 Sports.
It has finally arrived, the opening of the 2007 season.
Cleveland Browns have dominated this game. Kansas City has no business being up by 3 at this point in the game.
Romeo will send back to return the kick. Chris Barkley, as we wait for Medlock to kick it away. Here's Barkley from Wake Forest. He won the ACC rushing title his last year at Wake Forest. Medlock kicks it away terribly. Here comes Barkley, fielded over the 10. And it's a huge hole. Touchdown. He's got the kicker to beat. He's to the 50, and Barkley, he's gone. And he's going to win the ball game for the Browns as he takes it all the way. How about that? 87 yards. Boy, that thing was wide open.
Wow, what a gap. What a hole. We even heard me say with that low, short kick, fielding about the 12-yard line. Nice job by the wedge. That makes the special teams coach happy. I hate to say it. I wanted to see the offense do a 2-minute drill.
Officially, it's going to be 88 yards. Mason Hunt gave a good block, and then he only had the kicker to beat. Now, a couple of times last year, the Browns had the kicker tackle them, but Barkley laid him up and put him down to give the Browns back the lead. Now, here's Phil Dawson for the extra point. Zastudil will hold, snap is back, kick is up, and it is good. It took 12 seconds on the kickoff run by Chris Barkley, and the Browns lead 16-12 with 1:36 left.
Bad cliche, we said in the pregame. You only have one chance to make your first impression.
Nick Harrison to punt, and he punts it away.
Easy.
Fair catch called for and made by Brandon McDonald, and it's Brady Quinn time coming up. Here's the reaction.
There's no way you can call a running play. There's no way.
I think the crowd is saying, finally. Here he comes. The rookie from Notre Dame, and the Browns now have to get the right people in the huddle. They don't have the right people in the huddle. Ephraim Hill was supposed to be in as the Brady bunch has checked in. Here he comes.
I'll be so disappointed if he hands this ball off.
First and 10 for Brady Quinn. His first snap out at the 37-yard line.
Oh,
and he's in the shotgun.
And he has man coverage.
Quinn, screen pass. Barkley to the 50, to the 40, and down near the Lion 35-yard line to the 34.
He should thank Rod Chazinski for Christmas. Nice quarterback's best friend, a little cheap screen pass.
29 yards on the screen pass to Chris Barkley. Johnny Baldwin, a rookie linebacker from Alabama A&M, chased it down the field. So the Browns in one play go down to the 34-yard line of Detroit. Here's Quinn in the shotgun on that first play, and once again.
Soft cover 2, zone coverage.
Good protection, throws. Barkley's got it.
Get out of bounds.
At the 29, he's out of bounds.
Nice job of reading zone coverage, coming down. The thing we've talked about, coming off your primary onto your secondary. Little high with it, but still nice read, nice throw. Nice job by Barkley, using his hands, catching it, and getting out of bounds.
Well, he's found Barkley twice now for the screen pass.
First
and that
one, first one doesn't count. Screen plays on the O coordinator. Second one counts. That's a nice read.
6, and now he's underneath center. Short drop, looking, firing. That's caught. Dickens got it. First down. He's 3 for 3. Twice he's hit Barkley. Now he sings one into his tight end, and he's got a first down to the Lion 22-yard line. Ramsey Robinson makes the tackle. No huddle for Quinn. He'll bring them right up with 8:08 left to go in the ball game. He drops back into the shotgun again.
Blitz. Picked up.
He's going to fire. Open. Got it right on the money. Maurice Mann's got it at the 10 as Quinn has come on throwing strikes.
Nice job by the O-line picking up the blitz. Nice job by Brady seeing the blitz, knowing he has man coverage and one-on-one coverage, throwing the 12-yard out to the top of your screen.
A.J. Davis on the coverage. And so now I think they can get a first down near, yet just shy of the goal line. They can get a first down if they need it. Here at the 10.5-yard line, Quinn 4 for 4 for 52 yards under center. Short drop again. Deflected ball caught. That's caught by his fullback, Charles Ali, and he makes the catch at the 4-yard line.
When it's going good, it's going good. A tip ball.
So he's 5 for 5 with a little help
From her friends.
So I called Ali. It's actually Cindric Steptoe who makes the catch at the 4-yard line. And it's now become second down, and they need 3 to get the first down. 4 gets them the touchdown. So far, he's got the 4 different receivers.
There's an all-out blitz. Everybody's coming. He sees it.
Short drop, throws for Ephraim Hill. Deflected, almost intercepted then as they went battling for the ball with Tony Beckham, the former Tennessee Titan defensive back, right at the goal line, and that's the first incompletion, and now it becomes third down and 3.
A lot of their young quarterbacks they like the slants. They like the slants. You see the difference when maybe myself and Ken Dorsey, we like the fade down in the scoring zone down there. Keep it outside. The DBs have, on all outputs, have hard inside technique. They look for the slants.
So Fry and Anderson watch from the sideline. Third down and 3 to get a first down. 4 gets them the touchdown. Here's Quinn backpedaling again. Rolling to the right. Quinn's got the corner. He fires. Touchdown on his first drive as he takes the Browns right down the field and sinks one in for a score. He wants to go for 2. Ephraim Hill makes the catch in the right corner of the end zone.
Excellent footwork. Good athletic ability. Running right. Firing it, maybe he was able to run it in there, but you could throw it like that. That's a pretty play.
So it's 6:39 left to go.
People say it's only preseason and it won't matter. I guarantee you Brady Quinn remembers this drive his whole life.
6 for 7, 63 yards and a touchdown. Crowd chants Brady as the Browns go for 2. He's going to roll out to the right. Throw, and it's a throw low intended for Barkley down in the end zone. Incomplete. His quarterback rating was 143.8. And here's the reception. He's saying I should have had that 2-point conversion. So he gets them in for the touchdown on the touchdown pass to Ephraim Hill. Here's the 2-point conversion. Bernie gets away from a rush, and it's on the wrong side and low for Barkley.
Yeah, did a nice job of getting away from the rush right there, to be blunt with you.
So Brady has been indoctrinated. The Browns scoring drive, 7 plays. They went 63 yards, 2:41. Was the time taken off the clock, and it was a touchdown pass to Ephraim Hill. And the scoring drive is brought to you by your local Lincoln Mercury dealer. Now, got to get the ball back.
2 years ago, led the Bears to, I think, like 8, 9, 10 wins.
Right.
And now it's their third-team quarterback.
Maynard punts it away, and here comes Krebs again. Joshua's got it flat at his 30-yard line. Weaves his way through. He's to the 45, 50. He's got the punter to beat. Down the sideline, there goes Krebs. Gone for a touchdown. Joshua Krebs does it again.
Okay, Coach Romeo, he's ready. He's ready. No mas for Josh.
44-yard punt, but a 70-yard return by the new Browns punt returner, replacing Dennis Northcutt.
And the next time we'll see him returning punts will be against the Steelers.
Boy, he really hit it right up the middle. There was one shot at him right there as the grab was made by Danny Verdun-Wheeler. And then it was a leg brace, and Cribbs is going to win that one, Bernie. He better win it over the punter, and he did. Browns got to get another player on the field. So the Browns lead 11-0 on the punt return by Cribbs. Getting congratulations from a guy who also took a kickback. Chris Barkley, the kickoff return that won the game against Kansas City. And Phil Dawson nails the extra point throw. And with 11:48 left to go in the first half, the Browns now lead 12-0.
On the run, bobbles it, still on the ground. Perry able to pick it up and brought down at about the 9-yard line. And they love it here in Cleveland.
Over today at this point.
Bengal defense trying to make a stand here. They're showing blitz, and here they come. Anderson. And that's caught. Another first down. It's Winslow.
Well,
Cincinnati took the early lead. But 2 turnovers. Two Cleveland field goals at 7-6. Anderson to the corner. Touchdown. Joe Jurevicius. He goes over and salutes the pound. And the Browns have the lead. 17 yards from Anderson to Jurevicius.
You're going to see right here, this is Joe Jurevicius in the slot, and Derek Anderson sees man-to-man coverage across the board, no hesitation, knows he's got 6'5" Joe Jurevicius matched up on the rookie cornerback Leon Hall. Great decision and a perfect throw, giving his Browns the lead for the first time today.
Extra point is good. 10-15. Replay was inconclusive, so they couldn't overrule the call. Joshua Cribbs with the return. Still on his feet. Cribbs. Cribbs up the sidelines. Joshua Cribbs, and finally brought down at the 12-yard line by Leon Hall, the rookie. Joshua Cribbs, who has returned a kickoff for a touchdown in each of the last 2 seasons.
We talked.
So 3rd and 8. Browns threatening after the great return by Joshua Cribbs. Anderson over the middle. Touchdown! Joe Jurevicius with his 2nd touchdown catch of the game.
Derek Anderson did a great job of not trying to, he was very patient back in. Did a good job looking off and then coming back to Jurevicius in the back of the end zone. Threw a great ball, touchdown.
The extra point is good. And the Browns have regained the lead. 20-14 with 6:32 left in the half.
Yeah, you see a little pump fake right there. Held the safeties and linebackers in the back of the end zone. Let Joe Jurevicius slip right behind him into the soft spot, and right on the money by Derek Anderson.
And Derek Anderson says, no, Brady, it's not your time quite yet. Touchdown reception by Joe Jurevicius. So a surprise here in Cleveland. The Browns giving the Bengals all they can handle here in the first half. Holt takes it at the 3-yard line. Trying to get to the outside, and he won't do it. Brought down at the 11. Great coverage by Cleveland. Jason Wright.
That was not, there's no other way that I think Rodney Poole could have gotten over and made this play. He's just trying to go in there and make a hit, but his head was down.
And he got him right under the
right under the chin.
Let's listen.
That hurt. Go 3 and out and give the ball back to Carson Palmer and company with 2 minutes to play.
After being shut down by the Steelers, they've scored on 4 straight possessions. Second and short. And keep it on the ground. Lewis with some room. Jamal Lewis. And into Cincinnati territory.
And now you'll see, as we go to the 2-minute warning, you'll see Cleveland in a 2-minute situation now. Not have been thrown, but boy, the Cleveland Browns got to be thinking it's about time we got a few breaks. This ball was thrown into triple coverage, tipped up in the air, and Braylon Edwards happens to be in the right spot and always looking for that ball. You see 3 Bengals right there ready to make a play, and great presence by Braylon Edwards to find that football and make the play. As one of the hardest working wide receivers in the NFL.
After the acrobatic catch from the 25-yard line, Anderson. Winslow, touchdown Cleveland. How about these Browns?
The versatility of Kellen Winslow. He runs like a wide receiver. He can get up the field and make plays up the field. Most tight ends can't get up the field and pressure like he can, but you're going to see the ISO here. He's going against the corner. Jonathan Joseph gave up the inside leverage, and Derek Anderson saw no safety in the middle of the field, immediately knew where his best shot was, and threw a strike again to Kellen Winslow for the touchdown.
Dawson for the extra point with 1:06 left in the half. Catch by Braylon Edwards.
Tremendous individual effort. You see that left foot is down, and look, you can see the dirt come up inbound. He drags that right toe. Absolutely textbook. What a tremendous individual effort.
And Romeo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a catch.
Hesitation pulling the trigger to him, no matter who's trying to cover him.
Jason Wright has checked in. Winslow goes over to the right side in the slot. Anderson, pump fake up the sidelines, has Edwards. Braylon Edwards, touchdown. And he beat the rookie Leon Hall.
Great play call, maximum protection, little play action. Braylon Edwards did the little stutter and go on the outside and got all the separation he needed on Leon Hall. Ball delivered perfectly for the 4th time today, a touchdown pass from Derek Anderson.
34 yards, the touchdown reception. The lead is 10 and break up the Browns. Yes. So the Browns will go back to work. Lewis, nice little move, cutting back inside. Jamal Lewis. Jamal Lewis will score. And it feels a lot better when he's wearing a Browns uniform. 66 yards. Huh. And that's what will happen next.
There you go. My goodness. He was not touched on this play. You'll see it's just a little counter action. Good job by the offensive line on the left side, caving everything down to the right. And once Jamal Lewis got that big body through the hole, you know what? He hasn't seen that much green grass in front of him in a long time. He was going to get every bit of it, mow it all down, and take it to the house.
Are you kidding me? The extra point is good. And it's 41-31, and we still have just under 6 minutes remaining in the third.
Give the ball to Carson Palmer and company with a short field, so you'll probably see another safe run or maybe a safe quick throw to the outside. That's about it.
2nd and 7 for Cleveland. Anderson, and he's got Hyden. That's a first down.
And what do I know?
That was a bold throw. Nothing safe about that, and it moves the chains. 1st and 10 from the Cleveland 38-yard line. Blitz, here they come. Jamal Lewis. Lewis still on his feet and rumbles into Cincinnati territory down to the 48-yard line. Derek Anderson and his crew back to work. from the Cincinnati 48-yard line. The bootleg, little pump fake, and finally gets it out. That's the fullback. What a move by Lawrence Vickers. And Vickers is close to a first down. Downs and 1 interception. He's done a good job managing the game for Cleveland. It helps that Jamal Lewis has had a big day, over 150 yards rushing. The corner blitz, and they pick it up. Anderson all alone. Edwards! Is it a touchdown? Yes, there's the signal. He skidded into the end zone. Yards and now 2 touchdowns. And the Browns with the extra point trying to regain their 10-point advantage. The extra point is good. Another look at the second touchdown reception by Edwards all alone. A blown coverage. 16-0 Raiders, and coming up on the Sprint halftime report, join JB, Dan, Shannon, Boomer, and Coach Cower for all the latest NFL scores and highlights from Week 3. That's all coming up on the Sprint halftime report. In order to cover all of the developments around the league this week, you might have heard Charlie Casserly on the NFL Today talk about the memo from the league that prohibits cheerleaders from warming up in front of the visiting team's locker room or tunnel. Apparently, there were some complaints about that from the players who said they found it distracting. We try to cover all of the news from around the league here in Week 3. Cribbs from the 1. Nice hold, Joshua Cribbs. Up the sidelines. Joshua Cribbs. Touchdown Cleveland, just like that, and no flags. A 99-yard return for a touchdown.
This kid is absolutely amazing to me. The things that he does for the ball club. We saw last week he had 2 of 85+ against Cincinnati. Neither of them went for a touchdown, but look at this right here. He catches that ball, and Sebastian, he just kind of chuckles as Sebastian tries to get a finger on him as he runs by him. But this kid, every time he touches the football, he expects to go to the house with it, and it's absolutely amazing.
And suddenly the Browns are right back in it. Dawson to try the extra point. It's good. 16-7 now. And Cribbs had a big game the last time these two teams met, with returns of 65 and 53 yards. 99 yards goes Joshua Cribbs, and the Browns are on the board.
For the Baltimore Ravens, right in the backfield. Third receiver is in. That's Tim Carter, the ex-Giant. 3rd and 2. The block by McKinney. That is Winslow playing with a separated shoulder. And he is brought down on the far side by Landry. A catch and run of 25. It came on 3rd and 2. He's down to the 8. 1st and goal, the Cleveland Browns.
The doctor ordered in Cleveland a fast start. Good, quick 3-step throw. We're going to see more of that today from the Browns. We talked about getting the ball out quickly. 3-step throw, and Joe Jurevicius does a nice job posting up.
7th play of the drive, 1st and 10. Intercepted. It's picked off by Lee Bodden, and a pass intended for Heath. And he's brought down by Wilcox at about the 25. A 12-yard return on a pick by Lee Bodden, with his 2nd interception of the season and the 7th of his career. To Jurevicius. That's Hayden in motion. Good time for Anderson, going deep, and he's got Braylon Edwards. And there he goes! Touchdown! He beat Chris McAllister. Can you believe the start by Cleveland?
You watch, that's just a great throw by Derek Anderson. But what happened there, Chris McAllister, he's the gambler. He's the aggressive one. He tries and jumps the in route. And what happens, Braylon Edwards goes right by him. Wow. Read it out.
Third receiver is Carter. 4 in the secondary, second down and 8. Jamal Lewis again. Oh, and a big hole, and there he goes. Rumbling free, Jamal Lewis. Backed out of bounds by Ed Reed. 41-yard line. That is a scamper of 28 yards. And Dawson has it teed up again, and the rookie is back there to get it. Lamont Figures out of Kansas State from the 4-yard line. Nice block by Sapniewski, and he fumbles the ball, and it's loose at the 31. The Browns think they've got it, and they do. Darnell Jenkins with the hit. The second turnover by the Baltimore Ravens today. As 6. Jerome Sapp has come in. 3rd and 7. Carter is the third receiver. Right in the backfield. Good block by Thomas. Oh, that's caught by Winslow, and there he goes. A flag is down, and Kellen Winslow stiff-arms his way to the 5 and down to the 2. But it could be a penalty, and it could be on Cleveland. Let's see. The flag was thrown where Winslow caught the pass. A 49-yard gain as it stands now. It's against the Baltimore Ravens.
Illegal contact. Defense number 42. Penalties decline. Play results in a first down.
Winslow is the number 2 receiving tight end in the NFL right now. And Rich, last year he was number 1.
And that's not the matchup that they want. They don't want Jerome Sapp on Kellen Winslow. And he's going to win that one every time. We talked about him being a wide receiver. He runs great routes, crisp routes, and he has wonderful hands. It's not happening. These guys are tired, and Steve McNair has too much time right now.
1st and 10. With the timeout remaining for McNair. Here comes Wembley. The ball is free, thrown incomplete. Cam Wembley, who has the 4th most sacks in the NFL since the beginning of last season. Here comes a flag thrown as well.
Wow, just as I was getting ready to say, what a great play by Steve McNair to get rid of the ball. They're going to call him for intentional grounding. Wow, what a great rush.
Intentional grounding. Offense number 9. 10-yard.
Not there yet. But he's got a shot to be a good quality receiver in this league.
Anderson down the sideline. It is diving catch inside the 5 and a touchdown to Tim Carter.
And all of a sudden, here we are now because of that lackadaisical third quarter by the New England offense. All of a sudden, we've got our chance to have a 10-point game for Cleveland.
21-yard pass play. Carter with the diving catch and then rolls across the goal line into the end zone for the touchdown. In more modern day lingo, he was saying, we are so not home free.
Yeah, we are so not home free is right.
Anderson under the gun, throws, touchdown! Kellen Winslow, and what a job by Derek Anderson.
Big, strong son of a gun, having words with Rodney Harrison, on the way off the field. He and Harrison walked off jawing at each other. Rodney just a millisecond away from getting to Anderson. He really gets it put on him by Rodney right there.
And I think probably objects to the extra shove at the end of the day. But he'll take the touchdown pass, and Dawson with the extra point is good. Just under 6 minutes to play, and once again, New England lead is down to 10.
His way back to the ball. 1st and goal from the 1. 3 tight ends in there for Cleveland. On a handoff, right, second effort, he's in. Touchdown, Cleveland. How that goes. So Cleo Lemon opens up with a 1st and 10 at the Miami 20-yard line in a 3-receiver set on 1st down. Lemon in his 4th year out of Arkansas State, acquired in a trade with San Diego back in 2005. Lemon out of the pocket and dragged down by Wembley.
Went out free agency, brought in Steinbach in the draft, brought in Joe Thomas, very high pick, instantly has allowed this offensive line to improve.
2nd and 11. Play fake. Anderson will set it up for Harrison. Look at Harrison go! Squeezing through tacklers and crossing the 45-yard line of Miami. They're dealing with an equipment issue with Jerome Harrison. Michael Lehan has returned for Miami. Now it's right to the outside. And right finally brought down. Donovan Darius will be given credit for saving a touchdown. It's a 13-yard rip. Side run. Tight formation on 1st and goal. Fake the handoff. Here's Anderson. He's got the angle. Touchdown, Cleveland.
And Kellen Winslow's in the back of the end zone. Said, why you didn't throw it to me?
Former San Diego Charger.
Very good.
Thanks. Might say it again, just for the heck of it. Out of the shotgun, Cleo Lemon. Here comes the rush. Lemon throws, picked off. It's intercepted by Bodden. Turnover, Miami.
Plays on the ball.
Dolphins 29th in the league in turnover margin. Here's Anderson. Steps and fires in stride. Touchdown, Braylon Edwards. The Browns are pouring it on.
But just a couple of weeks ago, Lee Bodden made an interception, and on the very next play, they went up top to Braylon Edwards against Baltimore. They do it today. Get the interception. Look at the seam. Excellent route running from Braylon Edwards. It's a trend from the offensive coordinator, Rob Szynski. Coming off a turnover, you go for the throat with the big play up top. Manage the game clock. All those things are also a real big part of playing quarterback in the NFL.
Browns have to get some yardage back if they're going to attempt a field goal here. Anderson up top. He's got Winslow inside the 5. Clock is moving.
This is where they like to go to Jared Vicious or Kellen Winslow.
Out of the shotgun. Anderson steps and fires. Got his man. Edwards. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Take your pick. You have other weapons, and the big frame of Braylon Edwards also serves well. Whenever you line the big receiver up in the slot to your left, he's outside, and then he's inside, finding some room to stab him right between the 1 and the 7. And are going 3 and out. It's the only thing that can jeopardize their ability to close it.
Anderson fakes the handoff. Off the bootleg, makes the connection with Kellen Winslow. So not a risky pass, and a lot of people bought in. 1st and 10 inside the Miami 45-yard line. Harrison breaks a tackle and cuts it outside. Will Allen whiffed. Harrison has been impressive. Pushing the pile. Harrison stays on his feet, lunging forward. Oh, he's going to earn some respect in this locker room.
Receptions and their ability to avoid the turnover and not give Miami those extra chances has really helped their football team today.
Anderson also has a rushing touchdown here this afternoon. 4 receiver set. Anderson. Wow. Jump ball. Braylon Edwards. He's gifted. Touchdown, Cleveland. It is a 3-touchdown day for Braylon Edwards. And Cleveland has just put the finishing touches on this one.
Goodman never had a chance against the 6'3", 215-pound Braylon Edwards. That is what Romeo Crennel meant when he said, hey, they have to learn. You got to make plays if you're going to be a star. Braylon Edwards is blossoming into a huge star here in Cleveland.
Extra point, Dawson. 41-24 Browns. 4:34 remaining. It's been a pretty good sports weekend here in Cleveland.
And that sideline, realizing how important this game is for his ball club. His defense has to step up.
Derek Anderson with a terrific throw to Braylon Edwards coming off the left.
Game plan because you can't get down any more than you already are.
Anderson lets a long ball fly. Receivers out there. It's taken in. What a play. Braylon Edwards going up over a defender. Fakir Brown, who was right on him. Are they going to wave it off? No, they'll get bits a catch. Now the Browns, they go right back to the run. And Jamal Lewis running with a vengeance.
Boy, Romeo Crennel knows he's now got not only a backup running back, but he's got good depth there with 2 running backs that can step in if they need them.
Play fake. Fake the reverse. Go to a screen. What a nice looking play. And it is a first down for the Browns as they get it down to the 34-yard line. Jason Wright finally ends up with the ball.
That he was the real deal. He was a man among boys, and he's not disappointed whatsoever.
Now a timing throw to the end zone. Braylon Edwards is in, and the Browns are on the board with a touchdown. Fakir Brown defending, and Fakir Brown cannot stay with Braylon Edwards. That's been established in this game.
You know, that is Braylon Edwards' 8th touchdown reception of the year. In a normal year, if it wasn't for Randy Moss, he'd be leading the league right now. But look, Derek Anderson knows there is no way Fakir or anybody else, Fakir Brown or anybody else, can out-jump Braylon Edwards for this football. He has perfect timing, huge hands, and goes up and squeezes that ball. There's no doubt who's going to come down with that one.
Around 14-10, 2 minutes to play in the first half, and the Browns driving. Derek Anderson on the reverse. Here's Cribbs, who's run a ball at least once every game, and look at Joshua Cribbs. Man, how can a guy like this go undrafted?
Well, he was a quarterback at Kent State, and obviously, you know, they didn't do enough to allow him to show.
This Rob Chudzinski has been an enormous addition to the Browns, the offensive coordinator. He's a lifelong Browns fan also from Toledo. Look at the play by the Browns. These guys are off the charts. Kellen Winslow. 21 yards, and the Browns take the lead.
Wow. And that's just execution at its finest right there. Derek Anderson, that time right there, he had the look he wanted. He knows Kellen Winslow's going to make that play and throws a rope right on the money. And watch Kellen Winslow reach right over the top and just squeeze this football, make it look so easy. I mean, that's just, believe it or not, Don, you can't coach that kind of talent. His defense gets to come out and make a statement early in this second half against the Cleveland Browns offense.
They open with a downfield throw and a connection, and Braylon Edwards is somewhere in the unstoppable category.
You just have to be sure.
Tough down here now, 3rd down and 17.
You're going to see nothing crazy, I'm sure.
Fastball on target. The aforementioned Joe Jaravicius will do something to make up for it, and there it is. Makes a tremendous play for a first down. Jaravicius comes as the wideout near side. They flex out the tight end Winslow. Braylon Edwards wide to the left. Here comes the rush. Joe Jaravicius. What a play by Jaravicius. He's inside the 20, beating the defender. And again, Jaravicius comes up with a huge play on 3rd and 17. He caught one for 25. On 3rd and 11, he now catches one for 23. Jason Wright, the lone runner for the Browns. 3 wide receivers. Play fake. Look, throw. It's unbelievable.
Guess who?
You lose adjectives for this guy.
Are you kidding me?
This touchdown, Cleveland.
That is unbelievable.
They're going into the unstoppable category right now. And I'll tell you this, Anderson, he is throwing laser sharp throws.
What they're doing is amazing. I saw right away when they came in line. Look, they're playing bump man-to-man coverage across the board. You're giving Cleveland exactly what they want. They like their matchups across the board, especially when you got Braylon Edwards against any cornerback. There aren't many that are as big as him. It's very difficult to expect your guys to hold up man-to-man.
So the Browns, after falling behind early in the game 14-0, have now outscored the Rams 24-3, and they lead the game 24-17 to the Cleveland Browns.
His teammates, but they got a good little rhythm going here now. Gus Farad in there and not missing a beat.
2nd down. Farad is swept under a big defensive play by a big big guy, Ethan Kelly, coming from the nose tackle position, knocks down the Rams quarterback for a 9-yard.
You keep putting these situations on yourself, you're going to have something bad happen at some point.
This is 1st and 20. Out throw to the sure-handed Braylon Edwards, turns it up and goes out across the 30-yard line. So he gets back all the penalty yards and 4 more, a 14-yard gain on the play. He comes in the next time the Rams get the ball. But right now, this high-scoring Browns offense. Look at this. This is another phenomenal play. Braylon Edwards. People were so critical about him being kicked as high as he was, the 3rd kick. Now looks like a mistake.
Oh, there's a flag right there.
Put the helmet on. It's an automatic unsportsmanlike conduct when the helmet comes off.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense, number 17. 15-yard penalty is still first down.
And that's Romeo Crennel has been so high on Braylon Edwards and what he's done this year as far as changing his mentality and becoming such a team leader.
WTOL 11.
He's had that unsportsmanlike conduct call on him. Son, he said, we love you, but you can't take that hat off out there.
Yeah, he's learned. He's a pretty darn good psychology guy, Romeo Crennel. He's inside. He's burning up. He's upset about it, but he knows that's not the way to handle Braylon.
The Rams, it is first down at the Browns 46. Here's Bulger stepping up. Oh, what a play! That's the ball game. A tremendous play by Lee Bodden, snagging it like a wide receiver. The lights out play. And the Rams will fall to 0-8 as the Browns save the day with a spectacular interception.
That really was a nice play. Mark Bulger thought he had a shot at Torrey Holt over the top. And Lee Bodden kind of baited him into the throw. You're going to see from the left side of your screen, he comes in and, boy, just extends fully. Mark Bulger trying to make a play.
Looks like a guy you could put on the slot on offense.
Yeah, you know what? Those are good hands right there. There was no doubt about that. Go up and just squeeze it.
2nd and 14. Vickers motions. Anderson on the slant to Braylon Edwards. Gets down the Seahawks 48. First down for the Browns at the Seattle 47-yard line. 3 wide receivers in. The play fake. Anderson goes short, and it's caught by Vickers, the fullback, out of the backfield. Knocked out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Anderson dumps it off to Jamal Lewis. 2 blockers. And he's down to the 22-yard line. He's got a first down. Leroy Hill made the stop. Receiver for Cleveland. Anderson with time. Throws and hooks up. He's got the completion of Braylon Edwards at the 5-yard line. Marcus Trufant covering on the play, but Braylon Edwards, that was a good throw by Anderson. I think it's tight ends in. Kellen Winslow and Steve Hyden for Cleveland. 1st and goal at the 5. Jamal Lewis cuts in, and he's down to the 2-yard line. That was a hard tackle. 2nd and goal at the 2. Vicious in motion. Jamal Lewis. He's in. Touchdown. Third rushing touchdown of the season for Jamal Lewis. And the Browns have answered back. Doing back. Phil Dawson kicks off. Nate Burleson from the 8-yard line finds the wedge. And he is slowed down on a high grab and then shoved back hard. Mike Adams, number 20, and Josh Cribbs combined to stop Nate Burleson. He plays like a 10-year pro already. 2nd and 9. Hyden, the tight end in motion. Anderson, pressure, swings it out. Jamal Lewis hurdles one man and pushes forward with some power up to the 48-yard line. It's a first down. Julian Peterson met him head on, and Jamal Lewis got the better of that collision. 2nd tight end splits out to the right side. Winslow also off the line. Anderson
Beautiful catch by Kellen Winslow. He's got a first down at the Seattle 35-yard line. He beat Deion Grant on the play.
Left guy in coverage.
Tim Carter replaces Joe Juravicius. Anderson. And he completes it to Braylon Edwards at the 15-yard line. For Cleveland, Winslow in motion. Anderson, plenty of time, out to Lawrence Vickers. And rolls down to the 7-yard line. He picked up 8 on the play. On the right side this time. Ryan Tucker is the right tackle. Roll. Jamal Lewis, touchdown. Good blocking up front, led by the center, Hank Fraley. And Jamal Lewis untouched as he goes in for his second touchdown of the game.
Well, you like the fact that they went in at halftime and got on the grease board and said, look, we can draw up all these pass plays all you want. We get down on the goal line. We didn't get it in the end zone before half. We had to settle for a field goal. Let's come out, have some balance, run the football a little bit. And they were determined down there to punch it in. Really a good job by that O-line.
Dawson missed an extra point early in the game. He makes this one. Big.
The other guy Steinbach brought in McKinney. These guys are depth-wise pretty good.
Lenny Friedman replaces McKinney. There's a 3rd and 8 out of the shotgun. Blitz picked up. Kellen Winslow, first down. Hayden replaces Kellen Winslow. First down at the 38-yard line. Jamal Lewis fighting his way down to the 35. Winslow has 6 catches, 69 yards in the game. Off the play fake, Anderson with a blocker. Spins to the 24-yard line. Julian Peterson took him down. Here is in at wide receiver with Joe Juravicius. Vickers, the fullback, splits out left. Jason Wright in the backfield for Braylon Edwards, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. I'd like to see them go for the 3 points. It's still a 1-score game. Jason Wright splits out, empty backfield. Anderson. Kellen Winslow to the 2-yard line. First down and first and goal. Jamal Lewis fighting. He's in. McCrary in at fullback for Seattle. First down at the 49. Hasselbeck swings it out. Sean Alexander. Nowhere to go. Good job, led by Sean Jones. Anderson connecting to Juravicius. Out of bounds. A first down at the 33-yard line. As sharp since then. Jason Wright in the backfield. 3rd and 3. Right motions. Short drop. And the completion to Kellen Winslow. It's a first down. Just across the 45-yard line.
For the most part, been very, very good today.
Winslow, a season-high 9 catches. 89 yards. First down, Cleveland. Draw play, Jamal Lewis. Bounced off a couple of players and still fights his way up to midfield.
Dempsey got here and started the installation. He actually had a jump start because of all the vocabulary and lingo that he already knew in terms of the concept.
2 tight ends in on 2nd and 6. Anderson throws short, chasing right out of the backfield. First down at the Seattle 38-yard line. That looks like quite a ball game, and we've got quite a ball game here for the Browns. A first down at the Seattle 37-yard line. Derek Anderson pressured, throws, connects with Kellen Winslow, out of bounds at the 15. Field. Tim Carter in as a 3rd wide receiver with Juravicius and Edwards. 3rd and 10. Time. He throws. Winslow. Touchdown. No, he's out of bounds inside the 1. 1 foot away. Kevin Schaefer is eligible on the right side. Winslow motions. Jamal Lewis. Touchdown. His 4th touchdown of the game gives the Browns the lead. Fraley, Steinbach, Thomas.
Tell you who had the block. Steve Hyden out on the edge on Darryl Taft.
Good blocking up front by the Browns. Jamal Lewis, who's rushed for only 37 yards in the game, but 4 touchdowns.
Now, whatever he's rushed for, he's made it count down inside the 2-yard line.
And the Browns will go for 2 to try and get a 3-point lead. They failed earlier on a 2-point conversion. Blitz coming. The pass complete to Juravicius.
He is so much stronger than anybody realizes.
The Cleveland Browns have come back to take the lead, 30-27.
Here's the touchdown. Watch this block right here, the down block. He just knocks him out. Jamal Lewis finds a little crease and punches that bad boy in. Fraley with a good block again. That's all the big fella, just keeping it going.
They are going wild in Cleveland right now.
And here's the 2-point conversion. They send the corner blitz on him. Babineau right in his face, still delivers the ball. And that's the strength I'm talking about. Mike Green all over Joe Juravicius. And Juravicius, with his strength and power, able to go up and just snatch that football out of the air and it into the end zone.
Josh Brown is ready to come on and try and tie the game. Right now, the Seahawks with a chance to grab the lead. 1st down from the 15. Hasselbeck throws. Incomplete, intended for Nate Burleson. Eric Wright covering on the fly to send it to overtime. And it's good. It's just inside. Oh, he hooked it. But it stayed inside the left upright. And we are going to overtime, tied at 30. What a game. Rounds 4 short runs. So now the coin toss.
Gentlemen, we are now entering overtime. In overtime, 4th quarter timing rules will be in effect. Each team will also have 2 team timeouts. Visiting captain, would you please call the toss? Tails. The call is tails. It is a tail. Which direction would you like to kick? Kick that way, stay there. Seattle's won the toss, elected to receive.
All right.
So happy for Ingram coming off the illness of last year with the thyroid condition and coming back and really having a super 2007.
2nd and 8. Everybody out. Rush on. Sean Smith just missed him. And he throws it away with Cameron Woodley all over him. Side, what does he want to do? Go for it for the half yard.
No, I think you got to punt it, don't you?
I think you go for it.
Half yard? Yeah, you may be right.
I think you believe your team has been able to do this. And Mike has sent in the play.
I guess, is this what you use the whole off week to work on the run game and the point of emphasis? See if that offensive line can get some push up front.
Big play. They need half a yard to maintain possession. In Browns territory. Romeo Crennel yelling into his defensive people. And here is 4th and half a yard. 3 wide receivers. Maurice Morris in the backfield. It's Morris. Whoa! He falls forward.
This is so close, they're going to have to come measure this again. I'm not so sure he got it.
Mike Holmgren went for it.
We've talked about this with Seattle. They have not been good in short yardage all season long.
Inches short.
That's why I think you punt it. I mean, I understand it's a half a yard and you feel like you can do it, but if you go back and watch Seattle this year in short yardage, they haven't had a lot of success.
Vickers, the fullback, motions. Anderson screen pass. Jamal Lewis. Big gain. Still going. And out of bounds. At the 31-yard line. 21-yard line, excuse me. Big block by Hank Fraley. 34-yard gain.
Blitz pickup by Fraley right there in the middle of the offense. He's going to get a shot on Lofa-Tatupu, come back on Bentley, and then there's the opening. Jamal Lewis up in front of the lineman. That was one of those screens where he got him up in front of the offensive lineman. The timing wasn't right, but the result in the execution is brilliant and perfect.
Now the 37-yard field goal try. Look at that numbers. Sacks allowed.
The big goose egg. This is the one that gets you the 48 passes.
That's right. Dawson's ready. Second and 9. Two tight ends. Tight formation. Anderson rolling. Anderson running. 15. Oh, big hit. Pulls forward to the 10-yard line. That's a first down.
He can run now. If you watch him, he had a couple of touchdowns coming in, and he gets a couple of blocks downfield. This is a run the whole way. Kellen Winslow right there shielding off Julian Peterson, gave him the crease to get the first down.
Waiting for the signal. Here he comes.
Yep, they got him over on the hash that he wanted to kick from.
He has kicked 8 career-winning field goals in his career, 2 in overtime.
This will be a huge win if they can salt this thing through.
It is a 25-yard try. Zastadil, the holder. Pomprion, the long snapper. Phil Dawson for the win. Browns win. There's a flag on the play. There's a flag.
The few meters, Quinn. The game is over.
Seahawks had too many men on the field. The Browns have won it in overtime, 33-30.
How happy are you for Romeo Crennel and that football team? What a great, great football game.
You know the crazy number? Seattle, after their bye week, 2-7 under Mike Holmgren. Hard to believe. Dawson, right through, no doubt about it. 24 yards officially. No doubt.
Derek Anderson now 4-0 at home as a starter. Wow, what a game by the young quarterback.
UPS, what can Brown do for you?
React and go to the football when it's thrown.
Anderson hasn't always been on target at the start of games. He's often struggled in the quarter and then caught fire. But here he faces a 3rd and 10. And Jurevicius, oh, this will be a close spot. What an effort by Jurevicius, knowing, and he's going to get enough. Looks like he's going to be able to get there. James Ferrier somehow had him, and Jurevicius kept his feet long enough to get that first down. Now they'll go with the run, and it's Lewis stumbling, regaining his feet, and driving for the first down.
Jamal Lewis, the ball carrier.
Powerful run of 12 yards.
Steelers blitz the first time. They get a free runner to the quarterback.
It was Larry Foote who decked him. That pass actually was behind Winslow, not Winslow's fault. 3rd down and 8. And Winslow makes a nice grab with this one as Cleveland collects now its 3rd first down of this opening drive. Again, allowing the fewest points in the league this year. They call it 2nd and 9. Anderson, another connection to Winslow for another first at the 25, 12 yards. 3rd and 5. Tim Carter in as an extra receiver. Jason Wright is the 3rd down back. Anderson goes with a second option, and that picks up another first. That's Vicious for 6.
Tenure as an NFL starting quarterback.
This is the 15th play of the drive, which makes it the longest drive by the Browns since December 2005. 3rd and 7. And they'll be close to another, they'll have it with Jason Wright. Roethlisberger's been sitting this out for quite a while after 3 early plays and a punt. From the 4, they fake to Lewis. Toss, touchdown, Cleveland. Kellen Winslow.
Well, that was Rob Chudzinski, the offensive coordinator for the Browns. That was a terrific call. When you want to throw the play-action pass, do it on first. Good acting by Kellen Winslow. It gets James Harrison, who has the outside. You're expecting run on 1st down inside the 5 if you're a defensive player. He says this late in the year, he's still got that pop in your arm that you have during the summer. So experience is just the biggest factor why he's playing so well.
Got 4 wideouts in on 3rd and 7. And he looks back to the end zone. What a play. Tipped away by Eric Wright, the rookie from UNLV. Looked like Hines Ward was right there.
He had them. And they played the Steelers. Oh, my gosh. It was great Sunday afternoon.
Last 2 postseason appearances by Cleveland. They've ended up in the playoffs facing the Steelers, losing both times. Look at Cribbs taking off at the 30, at the 40. Cribbs setting up Cleveland now. Deep in Pittsburgh territory. It's still going. All the way to the 4-yard line. And no flags.
No flags is right. The little things, Jim. We talked about it in the opening. You play Monday night. Emotionally, you beat this team 34-7. And where does it show up a lot of times? Special teams. Because that's where you got to do a lot of the dirty work. And what a job by Cribbs. Breaking tackles. But the blocking is what sets him free to get by the tacklers as he goes down the field.
89 yards. Allen Rossum thought he had him. Set up by Cribbs' 90-yard kick return following a Jeff Reed field goal. Aaron Smith wanting a little assist. They fake. They throw. They have another touchdown. It's Vickers. Touchdown Browns.
Well, Jim, I tell you what, that was clever, too. They bring Steve Hayden in motion, and he gets right behind the guards. So I said, oh, they're going to run it, try to power run it to the right. And it's a fake, and Vickers just slips right past the oncoming linebacker by the Steelers, and he's wide open in the flat. And they always say inside the 5-yard line or inside in the red area, if you can't run it in, you got to be deceptive. And that was a deceptive play by the Cleveland Browns.
Very similar play to the touchdown scored by Vickers in week 1. The only touchdown by the Browns against
pass protections, whatever he needs. And he said it's been a tremendous help to the quarterback this year.
3rd and a long yard. They give it to Davenport. Davenport is not going to get there.
Davenport, the ball carrier.
Stuffing for no gain. And they immediately call on Reed in the field goal unit. Big rock. Zanskadil falls to the ground. No flag. And well covered. The Steelers are going to come out in a shotgun on 1st down. Now Roethlisberger adjust under center from the 13 with 6.5 to go, 2nd quarter. Ball is it intercepted? It is. It's picked off by Rodney Poole. Poole steps up and makes the pick of Roethlisberger.
Rodney Poole watches Ben Roethlisberger, sees the route. Anytime a quarterback face left moves to his right a little, you're going to usually see a receiver go across the field.
perfect timing and then the talent to make the catch. He wants to throw to Hines Ward deep to the right, doesn't like it, comes back to a second receiver. Aggressive play by Brodney Poole gets the interception.
Brodney Poole in his 3rd year out of Oklahoma with his first interception. Big Ben grimacing, hoping his defense can hold him here. 3rd down and 8. After Edwards, a diving attempt that he's out of bounds. What a catch. But did not have the feet down. A little jawing with Ike Taylor.
Well, it was excellent coverage by Ike Taylor on the outside. And the only thing, and the only place that Derek Anderson can throw it is outside and away. Well, I'll tell you what, Jim, that's
pretty
close.
close, I'm telling you.
He does get his toes.
Got one in, I know that.
Oh, he might have got them both in.
And Romeo's halfway out of the field.
Romeo, he's been more animated today, and I've seen him since I've known him.
I think he was.
1979.
His whole team was out there about to go ahead and try the field goal.
There it is. Look at that. Ooh. Does that chunk have any white in it, Jim?
Circled for us here, Phil. Did you see right? Okay.
Well, it's hard
no
to
question
do it
about
there.
the left foot.
The left foot's definitely in. It's the right foot. There it is. It looks like it's in.
After review, with possession of the ball, the receiver got 2 feet inbounds, held onto the ball throughout the process of completing the catch. Therefore, it is a touchdown.
Look at Braylon Edwards.
Cleveland is not charged with a team timeout.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
You know, Jim, and it caught the touchdown.
And now a 3rd and goal. Roethlisberger looks right now. He's in trouble, and he is knocked down.
Well, this is how you win if you're the Cleveland Browns. You win.
He faked to Davenport this time. Roethlisberger fumbles the football. Miller chasing after it and falls on it. Boy, they popped Roethlisberger.
So he worked harder than ever again this offseason trying to get ready. And, of course, when you want a good team, you need guys to work hard, and he's one of them.
Roethlisberger with more pressure, and he is sacked at the 24. Robert Smith. There's also pressure again by Antoine Peak, who had 18 unanswered points. That touched the fingertips of Cribbs. He has to pick it up. It was stuck right just outside the goal line. And the high wire act down the sideline. He did not step out. There is no signal he stepped out. He's got Hyden out in front of him. Cribbs could take it all the way for the touchdown, Cleveland. No indication he stepped out. 100 yards.
Jim, you said it. The ball ticked his fingers, I think, as he went to pick up the bouncing kickoff. And the big question is, does he step out of bounds?
No.
What a high wire act. You said it right.
Incredible. That ball, he was waiting for it to roll into the end zone for a touchback, and then out of desperation, he had to just scoop it up and take off. He did not step out, but the flag challenge, the red flag is out on the Pittsburgh sideline.
Well, even before Mike Tomlin sees any video evidence, such a big play, got to challenge it.
Pittsburgh has challenged the running on the field, but the runner did not step out of bounds.
Kick return has been reviewed after the challenge by the Steelers. They're hoping he was out of bounds. It's been reviewed by Ron Winter. Here's the call.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. The runner did not step out of bounds. Therefore, it is a touchdown.
Joshua Cribbs, 90 yards earlier in this game to set up a short touchdown. And this time, 100 yards. That's as close as he came.
Look at the green outside the foot. Very clear. And what a balancing act. The David Mark even proves that he touched none of the white.
The Divot Cam having a very busy day. Slight breeze, the way Cleveland's headed right now. What a scene here in Pittsburgh. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Middle of the field. They've got the hook up to Winslow. Polamalu rides him down at the 38. 13 yards on the Anderson bullet. And again, they'll stop it at 27 seconds.
By the Cleveland coaching staff and Romeo Cornell.
Will the
They might
Steelers,
not get it off, but they know the play clock.
the Steelers have 2 timeouts. They will not ice him. Dawson to try to tie it. Lets it all out, and the kick is short. The Steelers are going to win it.
Season, Cribbs is having. We're underway from Baltimore, Maryland. Cribbs from the 4. Looking for a lane. Cribbs stops in a crowd, and he's bottled up at the 35-yard line by Jermaine Winborn.
Not many linebackers have that to stay with Kellen Winslow.
Former Raven Dave Zastudil will punt it. Corey Ross is the return man, standing at his own 25. High kick. Ross moves forward. No fair catch called for, and the football's loose. Ross made the decision to try to take it cleanly and go forward. Browns claim Joshua Cribbs made it down the field. The speed to get in the face of Corey Ross. A pile-up, and the Browns have
under pressure. Can he make plays when things break down?
On second down. Play action. Bowler looking for the big play. Down the middle. One-on-one coverage. Intercepted. A lunging interception by Sean Jones. And the Ravens turn it over.
I'm not going to hang this one solely on Kyle Bowler. He airs it out and gets the ball behind the defender. If you're Clayton, you've got to come back, fight for the ball, go up at its highest point.
Plays in this 3-4 set. And there has been a spillover from the second half against Pittsburgh to the first quarter here against Baltimore for Derek Anderson. Safety valve on the swing pass. Lewis turns it upfield. And Jamal Lewis just keeps on running. Forced out of bounds as Lewis had something to say.
He's got to find a way to make a play.
Bowler is yet to complete a pass. He is 0 for 3 with 1 interception. Out of the gun, Bowler steps, loses the ball. Fight for it. And the Browns jump on it. Inside the 25. Another Baltimore turnover.
Boy, this is like deja vu all over again.
The Baltimore 23. 6 turnovers last week for Baltimore, 3 already today. Jamal Lewis finds a lane and keeps going. Lewis is running with some authority.
Is it poor tackling, or are the running backs just that good now? Took 23 years to break Walter Payton's record. I think the poor tackling has something to do with it. Jamal Lewis says soon a running back will have 300 yards in one game.
Anderson throws. Great throw over the middle. Joe Juravicius turns it upfield, and Juravicius down the sideline. Out of bounds. DeJuan Landry giving chase. It's a 50-yard pass play.
Right, to rack up over 290 yards rushing in a single game.
New set of downs for Cleveland to work with in the red zone. Anderson, great protection. Wide open, out along the sideline. Winslow hurdling for extra yardage. The athleticism of Kellen Winslow Jr. on display. First and goal. Double tight end set. Anderson on the give. Jamal Lewis driving forward. He's in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Jamal Lewis able to finish off this drive after getting the turnover, putting it in the end zone. Can't just win it getting field goals. Sooner or later, you got to get it into the end zone. Watch how he finishes off the run. Just a powerful, strong run, dragging 2 defenders for the Ravens into the end.
15-4. He's also got a great defense to work with. 5-13 on the road. That's a 20-17 record overall as a starter. They handle it on the dump off. Musa Smith can't break free. Lee Bodden
thinking about putting some plays in, trying to figure out how to score on defense. Ray Lewis already coming through here in the first half.
Double tight end set. Lewis. Big hole for Lewis. He jumps over a Ravens defender for extra yardage. 4 receivers set. They stack them out along the right side. Anderson, timing pattern, sideline route. Tim Carter. They still had an air of confidence about them, as if things were going to turn around. On the return, it's Cribbs. Busting through to the 45-yard line, and Cleveland will have excellent field position to start out its first possession of the second. Cleveland Browns take over, first possession, second half for the Browns. And a first down at their own 45. Anderson to throw it. They handle the rush. Oh, great find. Excellent grab. Braylon Edwards going upstairs to
no one could get open.
Ed Reed is the return man. The Browns kind of in no man's land here. They'll try to pin the Ravens back deep, but also trying to avoid the touchback. And Reed will catch it inside the 5.
Has played over the last few weeks.
But certainly a danger zone right now for the Ravens and Sam Cook, with the dangerous Josh Cribbs waiting at the Baltimore 47. Wow, look at this. Cribbs from the 35. And Cribbs, like he was shot out of a rocket, takes it inside the 15-yard line.
That pass.
2nd and 10. Anderson to Lewis. Jamal Lewis keeps the leg moving. Lewis fighting for it and takes it to the 1. Oh, what a run by Jamal Lewis as Landry and Ivy made sure he didn't break the plane.
If you're wondering if Jamal Lewis still has anything left in the tank, watch this run, because I think it tells you all you need to know. Dragging defenders all the way down to the goal line, taking a host of Baltimore Ravens defenders to get him on the ground, making a catch.
1st and goal for Cleveland. Anderson, he does it himself. Touchdown, Browns. Cleveland back in front, and the 6'6" frame of Derek Anderson providing the difference.
Every inch of that 6'6" frame. Watch it as he goes up in the air and extends, and he smartly pulls the ball back in, making sure he's going to possess it. Once the ball breaks the plane of that goal line, they're going to call it a touchdown. The most points per game of any team in the league, and they've given up explosive plays.
Browns allowing the most yards per game, over 400 per game. Bowler hit as he throws and intercepted by Brodney Poole.
He may score.
Poole's got room along that sideline, and he is gone. 100-yard return. Poole takes it the distance. Touchdown, Cleveland. What a sequence.
You want to know why it was intercepted? Give credit to Sean Jones, the safety. He's going to come from the back end, and he's going to hit Kyle Bowler as Bowler releases the throw, forcing a very high throw and a wounded duck. So he's going to come from back here out of your screen. See, there he is right there. Watch that hit, forcing the high throw, and everyone's just watching the ball. All the offensive linemen are just standing around. And once he makes this catch on the run coming out of the end zone, none of the offensive linemen are going to catch him. And Bowler is on the ground wincing in pain, so he can't make the tackle.
Bowler buried. Robert Smith, the veteran. 3rd sack of the season. And a big one for Cleveland.
Really good pressure. Watch Smith. He comes right through off the left side of the offensive wood. The Cleveland Browns defense getting after it, laying some licks on Kyle Bowler so far in this game, getting the blitz plays. It's resulted into some interceptions and touchdowns. The ability to get to Bowler, it's enough to rattle and then cause some mistakes, allow the Cleveland Browns defense to make plays on the back end.
How about the numbers? 5 sacks today. How many did they have in the first half of the season?
Wow, only 7.
There you go.
Only 7, nearly matching that here in this game.
Here's Bowler on 3rd down and goes down. Robert Smith will get credit for it. To 17, a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown by Brodney Poole. That really took the air out of the Ravens' sail. Also took the crowd out of it as well. Stover on the kickoff. Cribbs from the 7. Looking for a hole. He's got one. Now trying to cut it to the outside. Cribbs still on his feet. And forced out of bounds in Baltimore territory. He is a gifted return man. 50-yard return. He leads the NFL in returns of 40 or more yards. That is his 6th of the season. 10-point lead.
Well, at point-blank range, 2 plays away from kicking a field goal.
But similar to last week, second half offense a concern for the Browns. On the give, Lewis takes the opening and keeps on going. Jamal Lewis with a 12-yard run. They blew a 15-point lead last week to Pittsburgh. Fake the handoff, bootleg, Anderson, moving pocket, and the connection made to Juravicius. Well-designed play as Corey Ivy was draped all over Joe Juravicius.
Great design, but even better execution. Derek Anderson is a big quarterback, but wow, what accuracy.
Wow, last week, allowing the Steelers to rally for the win, and in jeopardy of that happening again here today as Ed Reed gets it off the bounce.
It was being held as Matt Stover comes on to attempt the game winner.
Well, at least to give them the lead, 47 yards away. Cook will hold it. Katula, the snapper. Stover, the steady veteran. From 47 yards away, he's got it. Ravens lead. They blew a 15-point lead last week. They had a 13-point lead here today, and Cribbs will get an opportunity from the 5. Here's Cribbs looking for blockers. Stays on his feet. Cribbs is stacked up and brought down as he crosses the 40-yard line. What an individual effort with 16 seconds remaining.
Excellent field position if you're Cleveland. All you need to do is make a couple of plays.
From the 43, Anderson on the move, throwing on the run to the sideline, and the catch made by Juravicius. 11 seconds remaining out near midfield. Still need another 15 yards to try a 52-yard field goal. Shotgun. Anderson, under 10 seconds left. Anderson under duress, throwing, and complete. How did he get it to Edwards? Oh, heavens. Derek Anderson with a big-time throw as he was thrown down by Antoine Barnes.
And tremendous pressure coming in on Anderson as he hung in there to deliver the strike. Watch the pressure coming in from number 50, Antoine Barnes. Wow. Excellent play by the quarterback, and equally excellent play from Braylon Edwards.
It will be a long field goal try for Phil Dawson. Deja vu. 1 week ago had a 52-yard attempt with a chance to tie it. Now he's staring at a 51-yard attempt. His career long is 52. 3 seconds remaining. For the tie. Dawson leans into it. Does he have enough? No good. What a finish. It hit the post.
Rejected by the crossbar. Last week he said he hit the ball as well as he possibly could. I got to believe he feels the same way about this one. Drills it right down the middle, a little push into the wind. Watch it hit the bar and then reject it as it bounced back through and onto the other side. This one ricocheted off the left crossbar, went through, and watch it hit the bottom post and knocks it back toward into the field of play.
We are being told that this is not reviewable from the replay booth.
It's not reviewable.
There's a question whether the ball went past the crossbar and came back. We will take a look at this play.
Well, it did do that. It did go past the uprights, and then it hit the post and then came back through again inside the field of play. See, it hit the back crossbar. At this point, the ball is through the uprights. But now watch, once it hits, now it's going to kick back through. Wow.
Morelli back onto the field to make the final announcement. One of the strangest endings that you will ever see in an NFL game. Or possibly non-ending. Brian Billick, he remains on the field.
You got to get his players back out here.
I think that's what he's telling his staff right now.
Go get them. Don't take the pads off. There's still more work that needs to be done.
Pete Morelli.
After discussion on the field goal hit the top of the crossbar, went over and hit the extension on the backside, which in fact is a good field goal. It bounced back. The field goal was good.
How about that?
Wow.
Now, basically, I think if you judge off the semantics, he did not say off further review.
Yeah, but
the discussion.
You can tell me what you want. He went and looked at it. I saw him go look at it. Now, these two guys, they got a good look at it. Why couldn't they have told him that it actually went through? Because I could see that it went through. It hit this backside of this goal bar. What he's saying is once it hit that, it has to be considered good. The two officials are standing underneath it. They saw it. Phil Dawson saw it. Even Romeo saw it. I think they had to take some time to understand, well, what does that mean?
It was determined that, yes, the field goal is good, and we are headed to overtime. Browns have won the toss. Stover will kick it off. Cribbs, the deep man. From the goal line, here's Joshua Cribbs. Slowed down, out along the sideline, he's still going. And finally brought down as he crossed the 40-yard line. There are fans in their car right now saying, what? The game's still going on.
They're still playing.
On first down, we're in overtime. Anderson throwing over the middle. And it's Winslow into Baltimore territory.
Of the cardiac kids in Cleveland.
3rd and 10. Cleveland is in Baltimore territory. Anderson throwing.
Wow.
Kellen Winslow upstairs, and he hauls it in. Down at the 30-yard line. That's an 18-yard hookup.
And it quiets the crowd here at M&T Bank Stadium. We talk about Derek Anderson squeezing the ball into tight coverage. When you have a big-time arm, you can make these throws in the National Football League.
Line of scrimmage is the 27. Motion man, Juravicius. On a handoff, Jason Wright. Look at Wright go, taking it to the outside.
What a tackle by Ray Lewis.
Romeo Crennel has sent his kicker, Phil Dawson, onto the field. Looking for the win in overtime. Browns and Ravens tied at 30. This will be a 33-yard attempt for Dawson. He came through at the end of regulation. Can he do it again? From 33 yards away, Dawson, he's got it. In one of the most bizarre, improbable results that you will ever see in the NFL. The Cleveland Browns have survived in overtime, 33-30 over the Ravens.
Romeo Crennel gets his team a win and hand the Baltimore Ravens their 4th consecutive loss. This game had a little bit of everything. Turnovers, big runs, big pass plays. From heartbreak to elation goes the Cleveland Browns.
33-30, the Browns get the win to improve to 6-4. A white knuckler in Baltimore. Coming up, the Subway postgame show. For Solomon Wilcots, I'm Ian Eagle. Stay tuned. More to come. The NFL on CBS.
Top starts the game. 6 of 8, 58 yards. First down at the Cleveland 29. Play fake. Schaub steps up, and he's hit as he throws it. Incomplete. Matt Schaub. Looks like Cameron Wembley got in the backfield.
Yeah, and that's right. The pocket just collapsed. You see there, right in his face and behind him. Wembley comes off the backside against Daniels, just overpowers him and leaps into the backfield. What a great play.
Back out for the season with the knee injury suffered a couple of weeks ago against Oakland. Here's Anderson dropping, fires to the sideline, caught Braylon Edwards, and he is upended at the 48. It's a gain of 20 down in the first quarter to give this Texan squad the lead. And they run the reverse. Jacoby Jones trying to get around the corner, and he is met by a number of brown jerseys. Cameron Wembley says nothing doing here.
Amon Green is the guy they missed.
And Schaub over the middle. Intercepted. DeQuell Jackson picked it up off the turf. And we have our first turnover of the game. The Browns, 6 straight games with an interception. 8 in the last 6 games.
You know, we spoke to Matt Schaub, Gus, and he said, we win when we don't turn the ball over. When we turn the ball over, we lose. And this is the reason. I mean, this is a good throw by Schaub, and it's just bad luck. Great interception, picked up right off the turf. It hurt. Everybody else picks it up.
3rd down and 1 at the 39. Play fake. Anderson looks backside, wide open. Juravicius turns a corner. And the local boy gets out of bounds inside the Texans' 35-yard line. It's a 25-yard gain. Here's Anderson. Jamal Lewis pops it outside, breaks the tackle down the sideline. And Jamal Lewis down inside the 20. D'Amico Ryans with the stop. For the Browns this year, 35 possessions. They've scored 22 touchdowns, 10 field goals, 62.9% touchdown percentage, 4th best in the league. 1st and 10. Anderson over the middle. Touchdown! Braylon Edwards.
And I'll tell you what, Gus, that was a nice throw. Oh, my goodness. Derek Anderson threw that right down the pipe, right in the middle of 3 defenders. That's why this town loves him. Watch, Edwards is going to come out, break it right to the goal line. Look at all the Texan defenders right there. Timed perfectly, thrown perfectly. Great route. Wow.
So Phil Dawson comes in to attempt the extra point. It's up and good. That job, 11 of 16, 125 yards. 4 receivers have at least 2 catches. Here's Schaub, empty backfield, down the seam. Oh! Daniels gets rocked. What a hit. He was wide open. Watch and listen to this one. Rodney Poole, the safety, came up and delivered a lick.
Oh, and that's a huge play. It's going to
2nd down and 10. Here's Edwards on the quick screen, and Braylon Edwards.
It'll be a tough kick. I think they're going to go for it right here.
So they will go for it on 4th down and about 2. Jason Wright, the single setback. Anderson, short drop. Edwards, first down, stays on his feet. What a catch and run by Braylon Edwards. A gain of 10. This young man made of rubber and steel.
And the Browns will take their 2nd of 3 timeouts. Look at the physical nature. Catch, tuck, and stay on your feet. Give your team a chance. Down, they can move this football down. Play, call any play they want.
First down from the 23 for Derek Anderson. And Anderson over the middle, caught. Jason Wright and right, fights and gets to the 10.
Back on the field after an injury.
2nd down and 6 at the 7. Houston charged a timeout. Here's Anderson in the end zone. Touchdown! Kellen Winslow. And this place is rocking.
Perfectly executed play, throwing it to the guy who can catch it. Was seemingly with his eyes closed. Winslow is just going to go in, sit right inside the end zone, and Anderson just guns it before the defense can converge. Look at the spunk he had on this. That was a fastball, and Winslow handled it.
So Phil Dawson in to attempt the extra point. Good. 10. Empty backfield for Derek Anderson. Now Anderson over the middle. Juravicius makes the grab at the 42. Von Hutchins slings him down, but it's a gain of 13. Jamal Lewis. Jamal Lewis inside the 45. Hutchins with the tackle, but he gains.
You watch Jamal Lewis. He runs through this blocking. He runs so well in traffic because he takes small steps. Watch his feet. Little teeny tiny steps, little hitch steps. Keeps his balance. And Braylon Edwards, Juravicius, all the receivers.
67 yards. 2nd and 5 at the 23. Lewis again with the blocker. Stiff arm. Running over people. Oh, this man. Look at him run the rock.
In this game.
Anderson. Oh, Winslow, what a grab. Kellen Winslow Jr. 5 at the 35. Andre Johnson at the bottom of your screen. Play fake. Here's Schaub. Steps up in the pocket, and he's sacked. Matt Schaub stopped by Sean.
Field position, and they've been able to.
2nd and 10. Anderson. Over the middle. Caught. Winslow down at the 13. Morlon Greenwood with the tackle. Cleveland with the lead. Another field goal for Dawson. Dexter Wynn will return it. He stands at the 5. Dawson drives it. Wynn out of his own end zone. And Wynn tackled at the 20. Once again, Brandon McDonald.
They go into desperation mode when they get the ball back.
1st down and 10 of the 20. Schaub pulls it down. Schaub in trouble, and a sack. Antoine Peak. 2nd sack of the day. 2nd down and 22. Schaub out of his own end zone. Up the sideline. McDonald snatches it down again. Ha ha! Look, this young fella came to play today. And we've seen the Raiders a couple of times. Justin Vargas runs so hard.
He really does. And I'll tell you what, that Chiefs-Oakland rivalry is bitter.
They do not like each other out there. 2nd down and 8 at the 28. Play fake. Anderson going for everything. Winslow in traffic. And he holds on. Kellen Winslow Jr. down at the 7. C.C. Brown makes the stop, but it's a 21-yard gain.
Well, watch this throw by Anderson and the catch by Winslow. He knows he's going to get lapped. Oh, just big hit there by C.C. Brown. But Winslow makes this catch, comes down with it, and the first guy there to say thank you, great catch, is Derek Anderson.
On this Cleveland Browns team, Vickers, Lewis in the backfield. Jamal, 6.
Nothing fancy, Gus. If it was a carpenter, this is when you get out the big hammer. Jamal Lewis, because Jamal Lewis could gain yards in the run game.
Lewis 123 yards rushing, and he's adding to those totals now. Look at him go. Jamal Lewis, tackled by Will Demps. Lewis gains 15 yards on that carry. Browns will go for it on 4th down and 5. Here's Jamal Lewis. Breaks it outside. Stiff arms. Lewis. 1st down, Cleveland. And that will be your ball game. Mario Williams with the tackle. Don't forget, coming up next, the NFL on CBS continues to roll. The Cleveland Browns win again. 7 wins on the season. And coach, I think you gotta let these guys start talking about playoffs.
Zona. Chip in the backfield on the catch, gets on his way and is wrestled down at the 37-yard line by DeQuell Jackson.
Big money. I mean, really big money. And Joe Thomas, the 3rd player taken in the draft. They are set on the left side of that line for years to come.
From the eye, Vickers sets up top of your screen. 1st and 10. Anderson, quick throw, near side. It's caught. Edwards reaches out. The story. Look at that, 67 yards of offense, but yet they lead 14-3. That's what turnovers will do for you. 2 on the play clock. Anderson gets the snap away. Hand off right. Breaks the tackle at the 40. Down.
It would be large.
1st and 10 from the Arizona 38-yard line. There's a pump. Anderson sets his feet. He goes from one side to the other, and Juravicius pulls down his 2nd catch of the day. Wright surveys the defense from the shotgun. Jason Wright alongside. 4 wide receivers set. Anderson steps up, pumps. He has room to run. Now he throws off the back foot. Complete. 1st down. Juravicius grabs his third catch of the afternoon, and the Browns continue on this drive around the National Football League. They'll get you caught up. 2 minutes left, 1st half. Timeouts, 3 apiece. 1st and 10. Cleveland at the Arizona 18-yard line. Anderson pedals back, steps up in the pocket, and throws a rope. Hayden, the tight end, with the grab at the 6-yard line.
And the Browns they've got plenty of time to go into a huddle with all timeouts left here.
3, the first time, a 36-yarder by Dawson. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. Anderson looks, fires to the flat. It's caught. Oh! Jamal Lewis, high hurdles for 6.
Oh, boy, did he get hit at the end of that, and that hurt. Boy, did he get whacked. Look at the move here. First of all, what a fine pass. Looking all the way to the other side. Anderson comes back, puts it right on the hands of Jamal Lewis, who hurdles Hood, and then takes a real whack from Gerald Hayes. Man, that was some hit by Gerald Hayes, but too late. And Rod Hood, I don't think, can believe that Jamal Lewis hurdled him.
6-yard touchdown toss. Dawson the extra point. And despite the troubles by Cleveland in the 1st half, they creep up on Arizona and trail by 4.
Crossing in the other direction.
Jacksonville, the kick. Beauty. Preston hit. Did he put a knee down? At the 15-yard line.
Johnson and Sean Morey becoming a part of this passing game. Bolden's double covered every play.
Another procedure penalty. Moves the ball back to the 10-yard line. 1st and 15. Play clock down to 3 as Warner steps up in the pocket. Now it's batted down at the line of scrimmage.
Willie
McGinnis. 14 years out of USC.
When we were talking to him, well aware of it. He knows who wore that number before, and he wants to do them proud.
Marcel Ship, J.J. Arrington in the ball game. Pressure. Warner dumps it incomplete.
Boy, once again, New Orleans just not where anybody thought they'd be at the start of the season.
Final seconds of the 3rd quarter. There's the pump. Anderson up top. Right on the hands of Braylon Edwards. He's still running. He was not down, and it's a touchdown, Cleveland.
Terrence Holt arguing that he was down by contact. You know, some plays are just better than others, and this is one of those plays. Look at the double move by Braylon Edwards. The question is going to be, as Terrence Holt went by Edwards, did he touch him?
Cleveland will opt for the two-point try. No time in the third, so the two-point try will end the quarter.
Well, they want to make it a one-possession, make it a field goal if they can get up to 18.
Joshua Cribbs, maybe the secret weapon, Dan, lines up in the backfield. As Derek Anderson, now direct snap, throws, 2 points, yes! Can you believe that? To Winslow.
Well, what a wonderful fake. What a wonderful fake of looking like you're going to run the ball. Sucks up the entire Arizona defense.
Oh, what a wild time in Arizona.
Again, watch the fake. Yes, I'm going to run it. Here comes everybody. A little dump off for 2.
This afternoon, 3rd down and 5 from the 35-yard line. Play clock withers down to 4, down to 3, down to 2. Just got the snap away. Warner in the pocket, throws, and batted down, incomplete.
Ooh, baby. Brandon McDonald. Ooh, he had a good look at that.
Now that brings up 4th and 5, punting situation. Cribbs awaits the punt of Berger. Good snap on the way. Another good boot. Cribbs pedals back, settles in at the 15-yard line, heads to the near sideline. Watch out, 30, 35, 40, still on his feet, and bumped out of bounds by Berger at the 45-yard line.
But that's not the punt that Berger wanted.
Cleveland with the football. Anderson sets up, fires complete. Braylon Edwards running, and Roman down to the 24-yard line. So Cleveland all of a sudden opens it up and finds a seam in Arizona's secondary.
You got to love Derek Anderson, don't you? His team is behind in this game, and he's got a smile on his face after completing a big pass. Here's a guy, I'm telling you, this guy is comfortable in his own skin. He really has a great feel for this. I think he's got a perfect temperament to play quarterback.
Edwards now 149 yards receiving. That's a career high. After picking up 29 yards on that first down reception. Pressure. Anderson runs out of trouble. Throws. It's caught. And Winslow really helped Anderson, but Winslow paid for it. Took a bit of work. Here we go. Arizona trying to hang on to the win to go to 500 on the season. Edwin James in the backfield. He'll get the handoff, try to dive over the pile, and he's driven back at the 2-yard line. 3rd down and goal. Warner again. James cannot find the end zone. Even on second effort, he was nearly down, popped back up.
I think Cameron Wembley was the guy who got in there and made that play.
Crowd in it. Here in Arizona. Cardinals up by 6. Another team with a timeout.
I'm amazed the Cardinal safeties aren't any deeper than they are. Well, there they go back.
Tim Carter lines up top of your screen. In the box, Anderson dumps it over the middle. It's caught. Jason Wright. And the clock will run. A minute to play. 2nd down and 3. Anderson in a hurry. Dumps it over the middle. It's caught. Juravicius is upended inside Arizona territory at the 47-yard line. And quickly to the line goes Anderson. 42 seconds. No timeouts. And Anderson throws that ball to the turf. 2nd down and 10. Anderson sets up in the shotgun. Looks to the sideline. Flushed down to the pocket. Weaves his way to the 40. And near the 37-yard line. It's hurry-up time. Anderson trying to get his team to the line under 30 seconds to play.
Well, that was really a good play for Arizona. No, he's not spiking it.
Throws incomplete. 6 seconds to play. Arizona holding on to a 6-point lead on Cleveland. Anderson takes the snap with 3 on the play clock. Anderson dancing, finds time, throws a rope up and over. Incomplete, out of bounds. Winslow, and it's over in Arizona.
Kellen Winslow caught that football, but came down out of bounds. Look at him go up to the highest point. I talked earlier about his hands, but he lands well out of bounds. What an extraordinary catch by Kellen Winslow. The question is was he forced out?
Jerome Boger.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. It is an incomplete pass.
What took so long?
Get both feet down in bounds.
Well, how could that possibly have taken 2 minutes?
He knows how to get yards for Eric Mangini.
First and goal inside the 1. Jones stuffed. Thomas Jones hit right as he arrived at the line of scrimmage and rejected. Scored his first Jets touchdown last week. Another chance. Oh, not close. Couldn't even get up into the line of scrimmage on the leap as he's pushed back by Orpheus Roy and Andre Davis. Sean Jones, the backup from safety, to lend the final thrust.
Well, the white jerseys are over on the green jerseys side of the ball. That is the instant way you can stop a running play, is get penetration, especially down here on the goal line. And those last 2 plays, Dick, are a great example.
2 as Clemens now moves into the shotgun. Jones in motion into the left flat. The throw is intercepted at the goal line or not. Let's see. No call yet. Sean Jones catches it right on the goal line. It was intended for Jericho Cotchery, and it is Cleveland's ball. Now look at where he lands right on. They're going to call it a touchback, landing right on the goal line. The goal line is in the end zone in this regard.
Well, you talk about pluses of a quarterback. He's mobile. He moves well. And that's a good example of a bad decision. Kellen Clemens threw that one where only Jones could get to it.
And it's Jones, team leading 5th interception of the season. On the Sean Jones interception, the Browns take over on the touchback at the 20-yard line. Jamal Lewis with a handoff. And Lewis trying to find his way outside, gets away from Thomas. Straight arm, and he's got a good one. And he's all the way to the 31-yard line in the first down. He's thoroughly what he does for a living. First down, and Jones, the tailback. Clemens wanted to go long, and he goes down instead as Leon Williams has his first full sack of this season. 6th-year backer from Florida.
And sometimes if you're a quarterback, you just have to know when enough is enough. You're getting all this pressure early on. There's a nice job by this offensive line and Thomas Jones. You pick up everybody, but you can't get them all. Williams tell you, Kerry Rhodes has taken his studies and taken his play to a whole new level now.
Had 5 interceptions last year. He's picked up his 5th again this year. Here comes the blitz. Anderson has a man wide open. Winslow at the 35-yard line, and it's a Cleveland first down in front of Eric Smith. 16 more yards toward that 1,000-yard total on the season. And a first down at the 36, and Joshua Cribbs is in now at wide receiver. That's Cribbs in motion. Anderson down the middle again. Ooh, my, complete to Cribbs, and he is pounded by Rhodes. Kerry Rhodes is offering a hit party in that secondary. At running back behind Vickers, and he takes the toss. Joshua Cribbs. He like Leon Washington, and he's cartwheeled out of bounds by David Barrett. But Cribbs is really getting punishment.
It's hard to be fast when your feet are over your head. And between Harris and Barrett.
Back to Giant Stadium, no score here as we come to the end of the first half. Close to the 2-minute warning. 4th down and 4. Romeo Crennel says go for it. They've had plenty of time to talk it over after that timeout. Winslow
is slotted tight on the right side. Jason right in the backfield. And that's Juravicius in motion. And they throw the other way, and it is caught by Braylon Edwards. A twisting reception by Edwards, who has had a sensational season. It was just about 15 yards away from Mangini. You can see why he challenged it. No irrefutable evidence, and now Anderson fires. Complete. Winslow inside the 10, and the big tight end. Make it to Steve Hayden. Hayden, the backup tight end, and he carries a couple of tacklers to the 7-yard line.
A lot of confidence showed by Derek Anderson in the pocket. Got the bounce, patting the ball, no one near him, perfect protection, and just throws a nice spinning ball right into his tight end.
In the final 2 minutes of the half was second best in the league for the Browns, with the only score of this first 30 minutes. And Anderson rolling, throwing, wide open, touchdown Lewis. Jamal Lewis. His second reception for a score, his 10th overall touchdown of the season.
Activity and movement by a quarterback can cause nice stress on a defense. Play fake, throw it back to the same player. The movement by the quarterback causes the stress, and Jamal Lewis gets the reward. A quick, easy touchdown. No one even close. With Brady Quinn and Ken Dorsey earlier before the game started, he looks kind of normal size until you get right up next to him.
Jamal Lewis is lone running back. Fake to him. Deep down the middle. Edwards, leaping catch at the 30, to the 20, 10, and he fumbles the ball out of bounds. Browns will maintain possession at the 3-yard line, where he fumbled it at the 5. Hank Poteet and Kerry Rhodes finally catching up with Braylon Edwards.
Braylon Edwards just crossing the entire football field, matched up with Darrelle Revis, the young rookie out of Pitt, and he just out physicals and out bodies Revis. There's nowhere for Revis to go to try to get that ball
this season. And they have been able to score when they're inside that 20-yard line or 10. Romeo Crennel has a sister, Juliet. Somebody loves Shakespeare in that Crennel household. 2nd and goal. Quick hitch to Edwards for the touchdown as he catches it right off the shoulder pads of Darrelle Revis. Well, they're counting on Revis, who's so talented, this rookie, to play man up on Edwards. That's a tough call.
Well, usually when you say the back shoulder of a receiver, you're throwing to his back shoulder. In this case, it's the back shoulder of the cornerback. Revis, 24. Look at him pick that right off the right shoulder.
100-yard mark and his 13th touchdown of the season. Only Moss and Owens have more in the league. 3rd and 5. Anderson hits as he throws and completes it to Juravicius, the veteran from Penn State, over the middle, just enough for the first down as Drew Coleman on the coverage for the Jets.
There isn't a millisecond more. Derek Anderson could have held this. A quick short pump, and he finds Joe Juravicius, the player you almost forget about when it comes to exactly all the skill players here in Cleveland.
Most touchdowns, 13 in a Cleveland season. 2nd down and 6. Lewis. He's got a first down inside the 45 of the Jets before Brian Thomas can track him down. 14-6 lead as we open this final quarter. First down at the Jets 44. And Jerome Harrison gets a call. And Harrison finds some room. 35. He gallops to the 25. So a first chance for Harrison, 2nd-year runner from Washington State, and kid from Kalamazoo with a big pickup.
Just coming in late, and it was an empty backfield. The Jets defense is all spread out. Very nice blocks on the outside by Joe Thomas, inside by Hank Fraley.
It's a first down at the 43. Clemens and the Jets trailing. A quick throw again to Coles, and he's pounded down hard. Davin Holly. Now this is like a fighter against the ropes, just taking all the punishment and just managing to stay in the fight. Coles will limp to the sidelines again, or is he going to try to head back? No, he's going to be given a breather here by Mangini.
Well, just remember, too, the record of this football team, and You talked about how proud Eric Mangini was. That really tells him, the players, everyone in his locker room.
Second down. Clemens lobs it to this side. Going to be intercepted by McDonald. The rookie Brandon McDonald has his second interception of the season, leaping in front of Wallace Wright. Wright was in the game just for that play, replacing Lavernius Coles.
Familiar with the term ball skills, Dick? That is a perfect example of ball skills by a defensive player. Hilarious, and made the Cowboys a little bit sad because their pick's not going to be quite as good a season as they're having.
And Ken Dorsey is the third string quarterback for the Browns. Lewis on second down finds his way outside to the 40, still on his feet. Big man has some speed and finally is corralled and pushed out of bounds at the Jets 37-yard line by David Harris and Kerry Rhodes. That's what the lighter Lewis brings to the attack.
Yeah, he's coming right off of Joe Thomas, working at that left tackle position right there. Thomas does a nice job getting to the second level, sealing off the linebacker. Good blocking on the outside. As always, when you get a long run, Joe Jaravicious does an excellent job sealing the corner. Barrett, and that opens up things for Lewis.
The goal line. Clemens hit as he throws. It is ruled a fumble, and the ball is recovered by Brandon Moore, the guard for the New York Jets. As Cameron Wembley, does he get around the edge? Touchdowns and interceptions. 4 touchdowns, 7 picks. Well, 2 more interceptions today, so 4 and 9, and then the sack. Down he goes at the 50. Sean Thompson has his first full sack of this season. The 5-year linebacker out of West Texas A&M. See how they load it up. 6 on the right, 4 on the left. And working with the wet ball, Nugent approaches. And there's the onside kick. And the Jets feel they have it. Caught in the air. Brad Smith. Still no official signal. Might have been Juravicious. Brad Castle, 55, comes out with the ball as about 9-10 players all there, and finally the official signal by Walt Anderson. The onside kick is successful.
Fails to burn much time. You don't recover that kick. I'm not sure if you deserve to win.
1:54 to go. 3rd and 10 at the 20. Clemens racing away from pressure, just does get it away to avoid the sack. It's incomplete. Leon Washington was in the area, and it was Cameron Wembley around the corner again to pressure the Jets quarterback.
Well, Cameron Wembley comes. He and Sean Thompson, number 51, are converging, and Wembley specifically. Remember, it is cold, it is wet.
3 timeouts, so surprisingly, or maybe not, Mike Nugent comes in to try a field goal to pull within 2 with 1:48 to go. A 38-yard attempt. Remember, a wet ball. That holder's got to be sharp. He does handle it well, Graham, and the kick is up and good. Nugent decides to kick it long.
6 up high, led by Brad Smith in the back there. Remember, the blockers hit first. Smith goes over the top.
To the right, same effort, but this one goes right to Juravicious, and Juravicious is on his way up the sidelines and must have stepped out of bounds. We welcome those of you who have seen the Denver Broncos celebrate against the Kansas City Chiefs. And we're going to show you the wild card situation as Eric Mangini has called the time. We're Jacksonville, and Jacksonville won, so they're 9-4. And Cleveland, with the second best non-leading in a division team, 7-5. Buffalo has won. Tennessee lost a heartbreaker to San Diego. Denver and Houston both winning. And Houston, that's a upset of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
How typical is this of the Cleveland Browns, though, this season? Why should they do it easy? Why should it be simple? It always seems everything comes down to the end. Everything is high stress with this Cleveland football team.
And this all unveiling under a cold, harsh rain, temperature near freezing here at Giants Stadium in the Meadowlands. 3rd down. This is all but the game. They make 4 yards. This is the ball game for the Browns, and they give it to veteran Lewis. He's down to the 25, the 20, the 15, 10. Lewis will not be denied. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, they needed 4 to run out the clock. Lewis needed much more than that, 31, to run out a touchdown.
How often do you see a playoff-bound team run behind a rookie? Where you're about to see it here, because Joe Thomas on the left side of that offensive line for the Cleveland Browns just smashes this Jets defense, and then Jamal Lewis grinding, churning, feet just never stopped moving, just ripped his body away from the Jet defenders.
That's a big man's touchdown run as Dawson adds the extra point to complete a 119-yard effort by Jamal Lewis today.
Lewis was, besides effort, was getting led by this gentleman right here working at left tackle. Joe Thomas, the rookie. He and Steinbach do a great job. Hayden does a great job. And Jamal Lewis just decides 2, 3, 4 Jets. That's just flat not enough.
Jamal Lewis, who has migrated from the Baltimore Ravens to Ohio and the Cleveland Browns, and that's the kind of running that Jamal Lewis produced in his rookie year. Remember the way he started in 2000 and then led the Ravens into the Super Bowl as the offensive play of the year, a 2,000-yard season in 2003 where they just couldn't stop him. And here comes Nugent to kick a field goal. This is to preserve the time. You've got just 7 seconds remaining. You kick the field goal. It's an 8-point game. Then you hope you can complete the onside kick and the miracle touchdown and 2-point conversion. First the field goal, 35 yards by Nugent, and it is good. So Nugent continues to hit kick after kick. He started today with a string of 10 in a row.
For Brad Smith.
Again, they've loaded 6 to the right and 4 to the left, so he's going to the far side. And a scramble, the ball is free. It wasn't fielded cleanly by Cleveland, but they say they have it, and they do. The Browns did recover this signal by the official on the far side. So at the 42-yard line, we welcome those of you who have watched the New England Patriots make it 13-0, defeating the Steelers 34-13. Dick Enberg, Randy Cross at the Meadowlands, where this game in the cold to the playoffs. But 3 big games to go, and the Browns have to face one of those teams in a hunt for a playoff themselves, the Buffalo Bills in Cleveland next Sunday. And Eric Mangini's team, though out of the playoffs, only 3 wins this year, certainly playing tough right down to the final gun. They're the 2 Oregon high school teammates. Derek Anderson with an embrace to Kellen Clemens. They grew up playing each other in high school, in college at Oregon and Oregon State, and today here on the big stage in the Meadowlands at Giants Stadium. So the final score: Cleveland Browns 24, the New York Jets 18.
Braley, the center, formerly with the Eagles. The backs and the receivers. Braylon Edwards having a Pro Bowl year, already over 1,000 yards, and their tight end, Kellen Winslow Jr., should be heading to the Pro Bowl as well. He's close to 1,000. 3rd down and 9. And here's Anderson firing. Edwards with the grab, and Braylon Edwards tripped up and taken down inside Buffalo territory. It's a 20-yard gain.
And Gus, this is going to be one of those games where the receivers have the advantage. Watch as Edwards comes out. He makes a little cut there, but then everything's just kind of bending. The receivers are going to run banana routes. They're not going to snap their route.
26. Royal and Lynch line up in the backfield. Now Royal moves to the tight end spot. Snow continues to come down. Edwards in trouble, and Edwards is hit as he throws by Andre Davis, the middle linebacker. And Buffalo will have to punt it away.
Well, I think they fooled Edwards on this. He was looking left, didn't see Davis coming from the right, saw him just in time to dump this ball, and he threw this away. It's a smart play. It's just going to be very difficult to know what you can do. You're going to have to try a few different things on the first series to find out how well you can handle the football.
3rd down and 7 at the 45. Empty backfield for Anderson. And he looks. With time, Anderson pulls it down. Pick, and it's caught. That's Juravicius. And Juravicius gets inside Buffalo territory. Scott brings him down. 1st down, Cleveland. Right place, right time for the local boy.
Well, and that was a coin flip, Gus. Could have gone either way. The ball gets tipped up in the air right there by Braylon Edwards and Juravicius. After the play broke down, you never have 2 receivers in the same spot.
but the play had broken down. Anderson was buying some time and extended it, and Juravicius and Edwards ended up in the same spot for the completion.
44 accolades that he's had, Gus.
He says, this is the best offense I've ever played on. And he's played on a Super Bowl team, but you think back to the teams he was with in Baltimore, he's right. This is way better than any of those offenses he's ever played on.
Last week, 21 carries, 118 yards, and a touchdown. 2nd and 9 on the 29, out of the eye. Play fake, Anderson dumps it off. Lewis out of the backfield with the stiff arm. He gets out of bounds, close to a first down. Crowell there to chase him out of bounds, but it's a gain of 11.
And this is another example of the weather, Gus. One misstep by the linebacker, Crowell, and he just can't catch up to Lewis. You see there, he has to get out of the traffic to get up to grab him, and he can't get the footing to get the quick break. Running through traffic, play looked like it wasn't very well planned.
So here comes Bill Dawson, 22 of 25 on the season. In to attempt a 35-yarder. Zastadil is his holder. It's up and good. And the Browns are on the board.
That is a dynamite kick. Gus, you can't kick it into this kind of conditions without extra stuff, and I'm telling you what, that's a big play in this game.
So Marshawn Lynch just passed Thurman Thomas for 4th most rushing yards by a rookie in Bills history. And this time he won't go anywhere. Drop. Andre Davis, the middle linebacker, coming up and making the tackle, and it's a loss of 3. So 4th down and 11 at the 23. Swirling wind. Buffalo 5 of 10 on 4th down conversions this year. Here's Edwards. Firing up the sideline, incomplete. Intended for Josh Reed, and some hard hits going on. Jones and Wright in on the play. Cleveland all business to start. Bounds as Anderson approaches the line of scrimmage. Vickers and Lewis in the backfield. Here's Jamal Lewis, and he's hit in the backfield, keeps going forward, and drives the pile. A nice piece of running by Jamal Lewis as DeGiorgio brings him down after a gain of 8.
And Dante Whitner just misses him right there in the backfield. This turns into a big play. Moves with the ball, changes directions very slightly. Perfect for today's conditions.
1st down and 10 to the 36. Juravicius in motion. Here's Lewis again. And Lewis pops it. Lewis down the sideline. And Jamal Lewis gets inside Buffalo territory. Terrence McGee with the tackle. He had a 66-yard run last week against the Jets. A big one here.
And that offensive line working up the field. Cuts it right back in behind the center, right into the secondary. Watch his feet. You'll see he never extends them outside the frame of his body. He never reaches really far with a foot to plant. Keeps him right under his hips, and that's why he's so effective, even in weather like this, even in dry weather. This guy really keeps his balance better than anybody.
He picks up 26 yards on the play with a 3-0 lead as we start the 2nd quarter. Buffalo now with the football at the 16-yard line. Edwards is 0 for 3 to start this game as the Bills break to the line of scrimmage. Marshawn Lynch, 6 carries, 38 yards. He lines up in the backfield, running it over the left side. And Lynch ridden down. Cameron Wembley leading the way for Cleveland.
And this, watch the Browns. They really smell this out. Get all the way over there. Come on the outside. The cornerback comes up from the outside. Doesn't, because there's nobody to threaten them on the outside. They had a tight formation.
Field now, Edwards firing, and this one is caught. Looks like Lee Evans makes the grab, and he gets stuck. It's an 8-yard gain. Thomas with the tackle.
You'll watch this at the top, and that's Lee Evans. Pushes it a break in, and you're better off.
So Mormon will punt it away. Josh Cribbs back deep. High snap! Mormon tracks it down and kicks it out of the end zone. And the Browns will pick up 2 points.
Gus, you always think about the play in the kicking game being when the ball is kicked. But in this situation, you're snapping at 15 yards into a wind, And that's the problem. The snap starts to flutter. He's got no chance. He doesn't even get a piece of this football, and he does the right thing. He could have tried to pick it up and kick it out of there, but then you risk a safety or a fumble. Mormon does the right thing. You can see that ball has no chance.
So what's going through your mind, both teams, when you're playing in weather like this, Steve? When it started snowing, I didn't expect it to continue to snow the way it has. I mean, it just won't let up.
And the wind is the real factor too, Gus. And it's got to the point now where the team, when you go out there, execution is always a thing. Can you run the play the right way? Can you do it? That's tough enough in good conditions against a good defense or a professional athlete that you're trying to beat. You go out there now, you don't know if you can actually even perform the task against nobody, let alone a defender. And they're trying to find out. They can't even find midfield.
You can't see the yardage markers.
They're trying to find the yardage markers. I don't think they're going to get there. I mean,
well, you know that
they're almost at midfield now.
Because the penalty is 30 yards from the spot of the foul, so
they should get it at the 40, and I think they're going to try and give them at the 50. Yeah, now they're walking it back. So you can see their problem. So you're trying to find the 40, and you can't find it.
Wow.
Well, they're standing on now they're on the logo now.
It's hard to decide where to place the football.
See, and the players are saying, no, it's got to be over here. See, now the side judge is at the 50.
And that man is ready to help out.
These guys are snow blowing all the yard lines, but they can't go on the field when the players are on the field. They have to wait for a break in the action, and it wasn't enough of a break.
First down and 10 at midfield now for Cleveland. Jamal Lewis in the backfield. Here's Anderson. Wants to throw underneath Braylon Edwards. What a grab. In traffic in front of McGee. It's a gain of 9.
And that's the perfect route. Edwards, a big, big receiver. Watch as he comes out. He doesn't really break off the route. He just bends it in. And McGee has to plant hard and try and attack that route with poor footing, and that's why the receiver has the advantage.
Braylon Edwards, 67 catches this season, over 1,100 yards. He's averaging over 17 yards per catch. Second down and 1 at the 41. Lewis running right. Lewis powering, lowers his shoulder and gets down. Jamal Lewis powering over that right side, gains 15. And Keith Ellison makes the tackle.
You talk about play selection, Gus. They've had 11 passes, and this play is their 11th run. Jamal Lewis stepping over the tackle, running up the sideline, staying in bounds. That's why this Cleveland offense is so good, Gus. They're the outside of the upper deck in both ends of the stadium. So when they get to the ends, it swirls hard, but the wind is going from Buffalo's right to left hard.
45-mile-per-hour wind gusts expected, and Fred Jackson running straight ahead, and he is taken backwards. Sean Jones leading the way.
That was winless coming into that game, but really lumping them up pretty good in the running game, hoping to do the same here today to the Cleveland Browns.
Second down and 8. And Jackson again. Nowhere to go. Jackson stood up and dropped Cameron Wimble.
5 plays, and that really makes it tough for a defense because you've got a fresh guy who also has a chance to get into the rhythm of the game.
Buffalo's offense finding their rhythm right now. First down and 10. 10th play of the drive that started at the 22. Here's Lynch trying to follow his blocks. Andre Davis got to him first.
And I think defense changing directions to be successful.
Second down and 11 at the 34. And they run the reverse. Nothing doing. Andre Davis sniffed it out and makes a huge play.
Well, there you have it.
Josh Reed running the football. It's a loss of 5.
Well, that was the right play call. It's just that there you have it. Davis smelled it out. Nobody got a hat on him. He got right into the backfield and blew the play out. This is the kind of play you want to run. You get that defense to plant and go back the other way, but Davis saw it too quickly, ran into the backfield and defensed it perfectly.
Brings up third down and 16 at the 39. And here comes Trent Edwards. Fred Jackson back in the lineup at running back. Edwards in trouble, and he gets rid of it. Edwards hit as he throws the football. Robert Smith with pressure, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and the Bills will have to punt this away, and Robert Smith's going to come off the top of your screen, rushing off Dockery, the guard, who pushes him way wide, but this play was so long. Edwards looking for somebody, nobody open. They had only 4 guys rushing.
Welcome back. Browns with a 5-0 lead. 4:06 to play in the second quarter. Cleveland with the football inside their own 5, and the weather conditions, it feels like it's about 16, windy. And it has been snowing just about an hour before the opening kickoff. 1st down and 10. Lewis and Vickers in the backfield. Here's Jamal Lewis looking for a hole and has one. Jamal Lewis, 1st down. Cleveland. And it's a gain of 12. Jim Leonard with the tackle. Here, 100-yard rushing games, 3 this season. And he's on his way to his 4th. 1st down at the 19. Anderson, pump fake, going on top. Braylon Edwards. And he makes the catch in front of Terrence McGee.
What a sensational catch. And we said at the beginning they needed Derek Anderson to make some big plays. He was able to watch the little slant and go. Now McGee sees it and gets back. Edwards jumps up, catches it, tips it to himself, and pulls it in. I mean, if you're going to make plays like that in this kind of weather, guys, you're going to be tough.
Yards, 6 1,000-yard season. He's done it in 7 years in the NFL. He missed the 2001 season with a knee injury in his first year with the Cleveland Browns, coming over from Baltimore. 3rd down and 3. Play fake. Anderson underneath. Juravicious, Mr. 1st down. DeGiorgio makes the tackle, but it's a gain of 10. Best in the NFL. 1st and 10 at the 41 now for Anderson. Here's Anderson, steps up in the pocket, throws to the far side. Edwards goes up and makes another sensational catch. Braylon Edwards in front of Terrence McGee, gains 11.
You know, Braylon Edwards is playing like it's Thanksgiving Day. He's out in the front yard with his family. I mean, he's catching everything. I mean, they're playing out there. You can't see the yard markers. He's making his cuts like he's got 2 sore feet.
And welcome back. Phil Dawson back on the field. He's made 10 of his last 11 field goal attempts.
I don't think he's going to attempt this field goal, because I think what may happen here, the Browns may snap it to Dawson and let him punt it and catch the Bills with their field goal unit on no chance of a return. Now the Bills will put Roscoe Parrish on the field to maybe try and catch this or field it, but I think they're going to snap and just punt it down into this area to try and get the Bills pinned back with just under a minute to go in the half.
I don't know, Steve. He's good from 35 yards already. This will be a 48-yard attempt as they try to clear the field, clear his spot.
The wind has died, Gus. It's not snowing so heavily.
Dawson has been hot. Zastidal is the holder. Here's the snap. He's going to kick it. Line drive. And good! What a kick! 49 yards in a blizzard. How about that?
I said his first field goal was a dynamite kick. I don't know if I've got words for that one. A 49-yard kick out of 4 inches of snow into the wind, a crosswind. This ball is driven. I mean, driven out of there. It barely gets up. It never gets above the uprights. And it just hits the stanchion as it just clears. The Bills get good penetration, but this ball barely clears the upright right down, as you say, Gus, the pipe.
Believe led. Season of dreams.
Yeah, this kick lands exactly in the same spot that his kick to send it in overtime did in Baltimore, except it doesn't bank it off the upright. Watch, it hits right in the middle of the uprights, right on the center support. Boom.
That's where it hit against Baltimore.
That's exactly it.
Exactly where it hit.
I mean, and you can't hit it more accurately than that. I mean,
second down. And Lynch running again. He stood up. Sean Smith, first man to him. As well as Robert Smith. He said, you're absolutely right. So the Browns will punt it away. Roscoe Parrish is back deep. Dave Zassidle, left-footed punter, drives this ball. Terrific punt. And it will stop. Inside the 5. Special teams. The Browns have been spectacular. Zassidle pinching pennies here. 56 yards. What they've needed. Second down and 5 at the 48. Jurevicius in motion. Lewis again. Turns a corner. Breaks the tackle. Down the sideline. Jamal Lewis. Smash mouth football. Cleveland style. 1-yard line. Marshawn Lynch in the backfield. He runs it. Lynch taken down. Guess who? Andre Davis. He's been making plays all over the field today.
Yeah, you talk about the Browns defense. This is what they've done. They came in really determined and focused on stopping the run. They've been attacking the Bills' backfield, have dared the Bills to do it in the air, and when they did, they put a big hit on the receiver. They've swarmed the football. Really, it's all dominated up front by that interior defensive line, and of course the linebackers being so.
And now the Browns will huddle up in their own end zone.
Well, now it's crucial. Buffalo has got to get a stop defensively and do it quickly here to keep field position in their favor.
First down at the 3-yard line for Anderson. There's Winslow in motion. They hand it off to Jamal Lewis. Breaks it back with room. Lewis! Look at him run! That is an NFL running back right there. Hargrove with the tackle, a gain of 13. He beat Lewis now, 28 carries, 134 yards. They give it to him again. Jamal breaking tackles. Jamal Lewis is getting better and better as this game goes on. Kelsey with the tackle. It's a gain of 8. And Steve, give a lot of credit to that O-line of Thomas, Steinbach, Fraley, Tucker, and Schaefer.
Right now, in fact, he'll walk off, take a little break, and they'll bring in the changeup.
Second down and 7. Jason Wright replaces him. Out of the offset eye. Wright, the deep man. Jurevicius in motion. Here's Wright. And Wright with some running room. Wright going down. Cleveland picks up 10 yards. Leonard with the tackle. And the Browns starting to lay the wood out now on this Buffalo squad.
Yeah, and that's a...
And 5 at the 10.
15 seconds left.
Last week, Buffalo with some success with their tight end. Robert Royal had 2 touchdowns. He's at the bottom of your screen as a tight end. Here's Edwards looking. They find Jackson, and he won't get it. He won't pick up the first down, and that'll do it. Sean Jones with the tackle. And the Cleveland Browns will pick up their 9th win. Great effort by Buffalo. But the Browns bend but do not break, and with 3 seconds left, they'll take a knee and pick up win number 9.
Well, it's a nice little screen pass, a good thought. Get the ball, make sure you complete the pass, give your guy a chance to make the play, but just too many Browns running too far up the field. The blockers had a hard time sorting through them. It was a valiant effort by the Buffalo Bills on that final drive. It was probably their best drive of the day when the pressure was on. They just came up short, and the Browns will walk away with the victory.
Congratulations to the Cleveland Browns. Derek Anderson will hold on to that football.
So the Browns inching closer to a playoff berth with that victory over Buffalo. Let's take you to Jacksonville at Pittsburgh.